Trail Seeker Adventures heads to round 4 of the new East Coast Racing Series at Rebel Ridge, Newport, Pennsylvania, where I got a terrible start, had to deal with the dust, found a traffic jam out in the middle of the woods, and made some of my own mistakes, and lost my front brakes. Let's check it out and see what she's all about and how she turns out. It's Sunday. That means race day. But that's not necessarily true here at the new East Coast because they race both Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday they race the quads, and on Sunday they race the bikes. And that's what I'm on today. We're going to kick up some dust with the 450 Suzuki. Big thanks for Daniel Branoff for getting my stand. Let's get it started. Well, the bike started up okay, but I missed my gear shift. This bike, I'm not able to start it in gear, and when I went to take off, I was in neutral. So now I'm back here choking on dust. I had the 2020 Beta in the trailer, but I decided to run the old reliable Suzuki. But as soon as I dropped down the woods, I knew that the Beta probably would have been okay. It's tight and technical, and the 450 is just not the bike to choose for this type of conditions. Well, in case you didn't notice, we had a pretty big class. We had 14 in this class. I signed up for the Senior 45 Plus. I'm starting back in the back, and I'm going to have patience to get through this without messing up. It was definitely dusty out in the fields, but down here in the woods, it was actually a little slimy, and it's very tight and hard to make passes. At the new East Coast, you are to stay 25 feet from the arrows that you see on the trees. As you've seen, the new East Coast is a dead end start. It's a hare scramble, and they run anywhere from 2 hours and 10 minutes to 2 hours and 30 minutes, which I was told at the beginning of the race it was 2 hours and a lap, which is a problem for me because my bike runs 2 hours and 15 minutes on one tank, so I was a little concerned. That's why you saw me messing with my watch. And on quads, they run an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. I've never ran at this property before, but it's definitely tight and technical, and it looks to be a pretty fun day. Coming through the woods, I thought I was downtown DC. Holy cow, what a traffic jam. Yep, we found a little soft spot. The new East Coast, they charge $35 for amateurs plus a $5 transponder if you don't have one already on your helmet. And run the pro class for $50 with 100% payback. I don't get to race this series very often, but oh, I remember this little traffic jam. I thought I had a hotline over here until I hit a log, and obviously I'm not pushing up that log, up the hill with the logs. So I decided to turn around and drop her back down off the hill and find another route. As I was saying, I don't race this series very often, but I know Christian, I thought that was him right there on the right. I thought I got around him. He's in my class, and we race quite a bit against each other. And Ed King's another one that races the same series that I'm usually in. But at this point, I had no idea where I was. When you come to a bottleneck, you have no idea how many people that's on that hill is actually in your class. Inside. As I was saying, I don't get up here to Pennsylvania in order to race this series that often, and I really don't know how the classes are broke down.
Thank you.
As far as, like, I was going to go to 30A, Vet A, but it was like the second or like the third row, and I really didn't want to. I'm up here a good ways by myself. I didn't want to really push it real hard, so I thought I'd move back to the 45 plus, because, well, I mean, I am 50, but it looks like everybody had the same idea, because I think there was only 1 or 2 in the 30A, and there was 14 of us back here in the 45, but hey, that's the way it goes. Yeah, I don't like dust. This is the situation or the type of day that I broke my back on. Dust, rocks, they don't mix. Well, dust, rocks, and speed don't mix. But we're coming into the finish line. I was hoping to kind of see where I stacked up on the first lap. But evidently the new East Coast doesn't have a monitor at their checkpoint. And they're kind of old school, so I guess we're going to just run as hard as we can and figure it out at the end. Before the race, I got to catch up with Tyler Branoff to talk to him about his season so far. Let's check it out. So what's your name and where are you riding?
My name's Tyler Branoff. I'm the 2019 New East Coast champion. Riding the 2017 YZ 450F. Just trying to get out here, get some points, and win the championship again this year. I'd be the fourth, going after my fourth championship.
Well, I see the number 1, so obviously you've been doing pretty good. And I also seen that you had a good weekend at the GNCC High Point last week. How was that?
Open A at the High Point GNCC. It was a lot of fun. I went out there, had a good flow, and it all worked out. So hopefully we can go out, and it's a little dusty out today, and get out front and try to run with some fast guys I hear is here. So let's see what happens.
All right, I know you've had a good year this year so far. Let's keep it up and watch out for the dust.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
I've watched Tyler race ever since he was on a 65. He raced against my son Damien back whenever we were first starting, and let me just tell you, there's not a nicer There's not a nicer family out there on the racetrack. Anytime you need anything, they're there for you. It's crazy. Many times, no matter where we would go with the GNCC, I'd be walking through the woods. There's Tyler and his dad. We always seem to either pit beside each other or check the trail out or whatever. We always seem to run into each other. But they're definitely a really good family to hang out with, and Tyler has become a really good racer. I'm glad to see him out there on top. We're on our second lap, and I still really have no idea where I'm at. I think I've made some pretty decent passes, but for sure not at all for sure where I stand as far as my class. You just got to put your head down and do your best.
Thank you.
As you know, we are Trail Seeker Adventures. We go out and try all the race series in the area, and I hope to start spreading out a little further outside of the area to let you know what each race series has to offer. As you know, this is the new East Coast, and one of the unique things that the new East Coast does, they race the quads on Saturday and the bikes on Sunday, and that was a benefit at this location because parking was kind of tight. This race event, and it would have been pretty crowded. Oh, here's one of my race mistakes. I jumped coming up this hill, and then I got kind of messed up. Well, I heard people coming, so I was trying to get straightened up, and then this gentleman came up, and he had issues in front of me. I'm sure I messed him up. Sorry, whoever you are. I knew now that is no sense in trying to push up this hill. I'm going to turn around and do what I seem to do a lot lately. Not that I recommend it, is turn around and get a better run at the hill.
Here I go backwards again. Whoa!
Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, that's a little better. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Parking was an issue, and having the quads on Saturday is definitely a benefit. And some people likes it, some people hates it. I kind of like it in certain situations where the four-wheeler, I'm having a bad day on this day, just so you know. But the four-wheeler sometimes opens up the trail to where it would have been pretty thick through here, I'm sure, if the four-wheelers wouldn't book in the trail. And then there's certain trails that I would like to, have single track and stuff, if we were going out first. But to each your own. Maybe leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Would you rather the four-wheelers go first, or would you rather the bikes go first? But that's just one of the things the new East Coast is a little different on. Like it, love it, or hate it. But that's just what the Trail Seeker Adventures goes out. They check out these race events, bring back the information to you, and that way you can decide before you even load up your bike. If this is helpful information, make sure you push the little red button down at the bottom and subscribe to our channel, like our channel, and leave a comment. That all helps our rankings, and that way we know we're doing something right. For the rest of the classes and times and race events, make sure you check out theneweastcoastxc.com for more information. This was a pretty fun little technical course, but as you can hear, I had the brakes pretty hot, and eventually I think that might cost me a little issue about the third lap.
Thanks, bud.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, coming through, excuse me, pardon me. Seemed a little pushy there, didn't I? It's funny, this is one of the first years I go back and watch some of my video. How much moaning and groaning I do. I must be so out of shape. I haven't been training a lot this year because it's really not a race year. I was planning on just hitting as many ride parks and race events that I could. Of course, the COVID epidemic has definitely put a stop to a lot of that. But I get out here and run these trails, and I don't realize, how much helpful it is to get out and actually train and ride your bike during the week. I basically just raced this year because you never know when the race event's going to be canceled or whatever because of this crazy 2020 year. But yeah, I moan and groan quite a bit out here on this bike and didn't even realize it. See this old man out on the track, make sure you yell and scream at him to help motivate him. Like I said, I am getting pretty old, and sometimes it's tough to keep motivated to keep rolling. So whenever I see somebody screaming or yelling, I seem to twist the throttle a little bit longer, at least until I get out of sight, and then I can slow back down. Well, we're wrapping up lap 2. I still am not sure where the heck I'm at as far as my class, but having a great time. I'm a little slow bringing this video out. I've had several race events that I've been trying to get out from GNCC. We've been down to the Hatfield McCoy trails. If you have never been down there, check out our video on the Hatfield McCoys and check it out and see if that's a trail that you would like to go visit. But I'm having little problems trying to remember exactly what was going on. I know my Camelback quit working after about the first lap, so I'm spitting dust right now, very thirsty, and I started last, and I'm just not real sure where I'm at, but still, it's a beautiful day to get out and ride your bike, and New East Coast laid out a pretty nice trail for us to get out here and rip. I sure appreciate it. Some of the videos the Trail Seeker Adventures have put out so far this year. I've been to the Croom Motorcycle Park in Florida. Check that out if you're ever down in Florida and want to find a place to go ride. And that's Croom, C-R-O-O-M, Motorcycle Park. And then also, like I said, we've been to Hatfield McCoy's. We've checked out the SXCS series. They've been putting out several different race types. We've done a GP, we've done an 8-hour team race, and we also did a sprint cross, and we've also checked out the Mountain State Hare Scramble. There's a variety of different things that we do. We've also done some mountain biking and some hiking. Check us out, and like I say, if it's outdoors is the type of things you like to do, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and every time we go check things out, we bring it back so you know what to expect before you even leave the house.
Lost my front brake somehow. No front brakes.
This is definitely a track that you do not want to lose your brakes on. It's really weird. I've never lost my front brakes unless I crashed or broke a line loose or bent a rotor or something. But I had perfect brakes, and all of a sudden they were completely gone. Just pumped them and they went straight to the bar. So I just came to the conclusion I'm going to do the best I can.
I do not like not having front brakes.
This is a scary downhill with brakes. There's a big drop off, you don't really notice it there, but coming down through there with only back brakes, and it was not the most traction coming out through there. It was definitely something to make you pucker. One of the videos Trail Seeker Adventures did was for the GNCC High Point, and as I raced, on the video we show you and share a lot of things you may not know about GNCC. We start from the beginning, from tech inspection clear to the end, to where you can find out what your results, and just make sure you check that out. That's the GNCC High Point. Check her out. You never know what you might have missed. So racing with no front brakes basically is not real bad other than downhills, and you definitely got to be cautious. You just got to slow down sooner before you get to the turn. But coming down hills, your back brake doesn't hold or stop nearly as well as your front brakes. So somewhere throughout this lap, actually, I lost the brakes completely, no pedal at all on the lever. But then I gave up on it about towards the end of this lap. I just thought I'd try them. They were back, just the same as any other race, and I haven't done anything to them since. So I'm thinking I got a rock stuck in there or something. But all of a sudden they just came back and they was fine for the rest of the race.
It's scary. Brake or back? How's that happen? Not gonna complain. Don't know whether they're there or not.
So what I'm mumbling about was they're back. I don't know how they're back. I don't understand why they're back, but they're back. But on the second hand, you never know whether they're going to be there, so you're not 100% whether to trust them at this point. This race, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about it. It was not a fast technical track. When I got to the race event, I saw the fast field, and I have a Beta 2020 RR 300RR that I was wanting to try, but with all the fast field, I didn't want to bring it out because I'm not real comfortable with the suspension. It's still stock, so I left it on the trailer and got the old reliable RMZ 450 out. But I'm really wishing I would have unloaded the Beta. I think it would have been perfect for these woods. But for sure, leave a comment and let me know what you thought about this track and what you think about the new East Coast. this is the hill climb, and I took this route over here. This is the one that everybody was stuck on the first lap. I had to come back down and go right back up. I tried the main line on the second lap, and it's pretty slick. And I'm still trying to get the right tire combination. I believe here I still had a bib, and I'm not 100% sure which tire I had, but I've since went to Dunlop, the new Dunlop. Exactly which one I had. It wasn't the 33, I think it's the 53. But I seem to really like them so far, but I'm back to air. Well, I can adjust my air or my pressure. Leave a comment. Let me know which tire you use and which one you guys recommend. With not having the best of race day, I did get lapped, and I thought it was Tyler, but it was not Tyler. And come to find out, Tyler was having a bad day as well, but I'm sure he will pick it up. This is the turn that I about went over the hill when I lost my brakes, but I was not having the best day. And when you start clear back in the back in the class that I start, you're more likely to get lapped. But hey, it was a good fun weekend. What I'm mumbling about is I shouldn't let this guy go. I thought he was a pro coming, and I let him go around. And then sometimes, you know, I yell and do a pass call on people, but I usually don't unless I'm pretty sure I'm faster than they are. But there's people that yells at me sometimes, and I make them qualify. They got to be back there just a little bit before I let them go around. But this is going to pretty much wrap up this video. Came in, I thought I was first at that point in time.
Holy cow,
this sweet lady gave me a water, which I was dying of thirst. And then I looked up and I seen Christian standing there, like, oh crap, Christian must have beat me. So I go up here and see what he has to say.
Did you win? Awesome.
Me and Christian has ran a lot against each other, and he is such a swell guy. Everything from getting a splinter out of Heidi's finger. We was at a sprint cross, and he was late for his own race, which was against me, helping me get Heidi's tire fixed. She had a flat tire. She came in, I had to get it fixed, and he took his helmet off and threw his bike aside and stayed right there until the tire was fixed. Awesome dude. So glad to see him get a win. And we battled many times throughout the year, and if anybody was going to beat me, I'm glad Christian was on this day.
pin it before you think you should pin it.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's like you're coming out
that
of the corner.
Don't slow down.
Yeah, just. Yep.
I thought it was good fun.
This is one of the best things about racing, is just hanging out with people that loves to do what you love to do. Christian got first, I got second, and Gregory Richardson got third.
Yeah. I got Kenny, and I never get Kenny, so I'm having a
Ross
good ass
got
day.
fourth, and Chuck
How about it,
got
buddy?
fifth, and old Ed King got sixth. Good job, guys. We'll see you at the next one. Let's see who did the overall. Hold on.
I had no idea. I don't like
Jonathan
not knowing.
Garrard
Me neither, but there's no way to know
first,
that, right? There's no screen.
and
No
Dante
screen.
I looked a couple times, didn't see nothing. I was like, well, just keep
got
winning.
second,
really don't
and
know how hard
Ryder
to push,
LeBron
you know?
got
Right.
third. Good job, guys.
Good job, bud.
If I didn't say your name right, I'm sorry, but it turned out to be an awesome weekend of racing at the New East Coast Race Series. I really enjoyed the way the track was laid out. I wish I knew that it was a little tight and technical. I could have ran my new Beta, but that's just the way it goes. Unfortunately, I didn't get the rub bars with Christian throughout the race. That would have made it a little better race, but good race for him. And I just wanted to let you know, check out Trail Seeker Adventures. We do race events, we mountain bike, hike, do a little kayaking, whitewater kayaking, and just let you know what everything has to offer before you even leave the house. And also leave a comment if there's something that you'd like for us to go check out. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you see this old man out on the track, make sure you yell at him, give him a little encouragement. Until the next event, this is Trail Seeker Adventures. I hope you enjoyed what you seen. Have a good one. Till the next one.
That's a wrap. Good fun.
Hit our logo in the middle if you want to subscribe or check out another video.